I was homeless. I lived downtown, on Fremont, just around Fremont, around downtown, homeless. I lived on the street.
As an adult, it's hard to get by, but it's something that my kids have to live through, and it's something that no child should ever see, ever.
The recession that hit our city so hard in 2008 and 2009 really affected a greater degree and probably a more decisive audience than maybe we've ever felt before as a city.
At the end of the day, it's the people we serve, not our organizations, that are really important. And that's the spirit that is in Las Vegas today in terms of a collective responsibility.
Thank you for joining us for this special program, The Changing Face of the Homeless. I'm Nancy Byrne.
And I'm Sue Levitt. On any given night, hundreds of people are sleeping on the streets. People who once lived a comfortable life with a job and roof over their head. The recession and foreclosure crisis in our community left many middle-class working families without a place to call home.
In hopes of ending the homeless crisis in Southern Nevada, some charitable and nonprofit groups are teaming up in a rarely seen collaborative effort. A little later in the program, we will explain how this team approach came about. We'll talk to Mayor Carolyn Goodman about the hand she played in this new spirit of unity, and we will show you some of the success stories already emerging.
But we begin our program with a look at who the hungry and homeless are in our community. We can no longer assume it's the mentally ill and chemically dependent. The recession took its toll in Southern Nevada, drastically changing the face of those in dire need of help. Milliam Quintanilla never dreamed she would be in a situation where she and her 4 children would be accepting charitable clothing and day-to-day necessities here at Catholic Charities. Milliam and her family lived a nice life in California before her husband lost his job. The couple then traveled to Las Vegas, staying in various motels in hopes of finding work. When they were unable to find employment and all of their money depleted, the family had no other choice but to try to survive on the streets.
We ended up on the street. We slept on the street twice, actually, and we were so scared, me and my husband, because the one thing we didn't want is for anybody to take our kids away. So I remember we stayed up all night just hugging them, making sure, because it was really cold. It was around February, so around 2 in the morning, it was just freezing. I could just remember my back was just I felt like it was gonna explode because it was just cold.
Milliam remembers her fear and prayers said for her family's safety.
Praying, telling, God, please just make us invisible. Don't let nobody harm us. Don't let the police find us. I don't want to lose my kids.
Milliam believes her prayers were answered when a man approached her family and told them about Catholic Charities, a nonprofit organization which helps families get back on their feet. The man told them to call Catholic Charities, but the family did not even have the money needed to make a phone call.
When we were at the gas station, I found a bus pass that expired the next day at 3 o'clock. And we didn't have any money to use the phone or anything, so we walked over to Circus and we went up to the arcade, and I was saying that we were trying to find quarters that people drop so we could use the payphone.
Miraculously, they found spare change, finally reached a phone, and called Catholic Charities. Milliam was told they could help if she could get there by 3 p.m.
And I was like, wow, we found a bus pass that expires at 3 o'clock. What are the odds in that?
Milliam and her kids rode the bus while her husband walked. The family made it to Catholic Charities just in time.
They helped us. At first, they put us up at the Best Western for 30 days. While we were doing, she was getting our paperwork set up to be able to have an apartment.
Milliam will forever be filled with gratitude for the help she and her family received from Catholic Charities. Milliam and her husband graduated from the program here at Catholic Charities, but they still receive assistance for their ongoing needs. The family shops for clothing, diapers, and necessities for their children.
I'm just really grateful to Catholic Charities because they look past everything You know, they gave us an opportunity and we showed them, you know, that we wanted it, and, you know, we're here now and we're able, you know, to fend for ourselves now, and it was just the gratefulness.
Thanks to Catholic Charities, Milliam's husband now has a job, the family has a car, and most importantly, a place to call home.
It has to be a decision in yourself to say, I want a better life. Determination and not giving up. It feels really good. I mean, I'm happy where I'm at.
Dylan Harwood is happy with his life now. He has a good job, a home, and supports himself. But this hasn't always been the case for Dylan. He remembers his struggles before finding help.
Finally, I was living on the street. I wasn't able to shower. I wasn't eating. It was just a constant struggle to get high.
Dylan was in and out of rehab centers and knew he wasn't living the life he wanted, but didn't know how to stop.
I want to change my life. I don't like the way I'm living, and I want better things.
This is when Dylan turned to help of Southern Nevada's Shannon West Homeless Youth Center. It was while living at this center, Dylan went through rehab and was referred to Goodwill of Southern Nevada.
It's an extremely rewarding job because you have these individuals who come into the program who may be at the lowest point in their life, or who may feel like they can't succeed, they can't get anywhere. Their entire lives they've been told no, or that they can't do something. And here we are, and we're able to tell them yes, yes you can. And we're able to show them a path to reach their goals and reach their dreams.
Dylan was placed in the Elite Career Program, which helps youth between the ages of 17 and 21 get jobs. Dylan received clothing, job readiness classes, and was put through school.
Train me in all sorts of different things. I know plumbing, I know electrical, and I know general construction.
And what Dylan likes best about his independence?
I don't have to depend on anybody. I don't have to ask anybody for anything.
There are very few who have the drive and determination and the desire to really truly succeed and excel, and Dylan's one of them.
I would say thank you, and I owe my life. I'm very grateful towards Goodwill. I love my life. I wouldn't trade my life for anything right now.